Good evening to one and all present here. On behalf of IEEE, May Student Branch, I extend my warmest welcome to each and everyone invited here for the curtain raiser event of our annual flagship hackathon, .hack 2021. Despite the unforeseen circumstances, it gives us great pride to host .hack once again, and we are back this time bigger.
Through this 48-hour hackathon, we are hoping to provide a platform for enthusiastic students and global industries to facilitate the creation of innovative ideas and concepts. We are bringing you a hacking culture that is open to all students, irrespective of age and experience in coding, because we value your enthusiasm, technology, and we aim to bring you the best hackathon experience you can ever get. Without much further ado, I would like to invite Professor Dina George, Branch Counselor, IEEE NATE SB, for the welcome address. Welcome you, ma'am.
Respected Mr. Paul J. Kostek, Chair Event Committee IEEE HAC, Mrs. Sharda Jayakrishnan, Chairperson IEEE Kerala Session, Mr. Agash P. Nambia, Vice Chair IEEE PIE Kerala Session, and my dear students. Good evening to one and all. I extend my warm welcome to the curtain raiser event of .hack 2021. .hack 2020 was organized on 1st and 2nd February 2020 at Integrated Startup Complex, Kochi. It was an open national level hackathon. The event was successful with over 500 registrations and over 300 submissions. The support of our sponsor and community partners helped in bringing the best possible experience to our students. The feedback from the students was very positive, and .hack 2020 was also an event that honored the IEEE NATE SB with the prestigious award, Darrell Strong Award 2020. Due to the present global scenario, we aim to conduct .hack 2021 as a virtual event on 29th, 30th, and 31st of Jan 2021. And this year, we are conducting the event with the aim of harmonizing with the UN Sustainable Development Goal by collaborating with IEEE Humanitarian Activity Committee. We aim to give our best to encourage and support the growing student innovator community. Now, let me move to the duty assigned to me to welcome the gathering. Mr. Paul Kostek is IEEE Senior Member and an Advisory System Engineer with Base 2 Solutions and a system and software engineering consulting firm. He works with companies in defining system architecture, system requirements, interference definition, and risk management. He is a long-time volunteer with IEEE, serving as president of IEEE USA on IEEE Board of Directors and as president of IEEE Aerospace and Electronic Systems Society and chair of American Association of Engineering Society. He is also the event committee chair of IEEE HAC. On behalf of myself and entire May family, I welcome you, sir, to the event.
Thank you very much.
Next, I would like to welcome Mr. Sharda Jayakrishnan, Chairperson of IEEE Kerala Session. She has been a constant support and guidance to our all activities in May's SB. He has played a strong role in the leadership fraternity, including the past vice chair, past secretary, past V chair, and past treasurer. On behalf of entire IEEE family, I would like to welcome you, ma'am, to the curtain raiser ceremony.
Thank you, Dina.
Next, Mr. Agash P. Nambia, Vice Chair IEEE PIE Kerala Session. I welcome you to the session. Now, I welcome all the student members to the curtain raiser event of .hack 2021. On this occasion, I would like to appreciate all the Execo members for their sincere dedication and hard work. and I wish all the success for the good conduct of .hack 2021. Once again, I welcome all of you to the Curtain Raisers event of .hack 2021. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful words. Next, to provide an overview about the .hack, I welcome Mr. Abhishek Mohan, General Chair of .hack 2021.
Abhishek, you're on mute.
Sorry, ma'am. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Sorry for that. Okay. Respected dignitaries preceding the meeting, teachers, fellow volunteers, and dear friends. Good evening to all. 2 years ago, when some of our seniors came to the campus of our college, Athanasius College of Engineering, as a fresher, they had the curiosity and enthusiasm to learn, enjoy, and grow into an engineer, and moreover, the heart to do something new. When hearing the routine classes for hours, writing up numerous assignments, and trying to submit projects on time, and mugging up for exams, they always lacked something as an opportunity to create something new, an opportunity to test their skills, and an opportunity to challenge their own limits. Beginning from this simple thought that got planted in their mind, they needed answers. They needed a platform to use their skills to bridge the gap between the industry and college. They needed a way to put their skills into practice and to build networks that would grow with them. This was the humble beginning to something great. .hack 2020, a 24-hour open hackathon preceding its first edition, christened as Student.hack. .hack 2020 offered the students across the country and the students of our college to showcase their ideas with no biasing as whatsoever. Hackers of all age groups who had an urge to showcase their technical knowledge and practical ability, and who had a deep desire to learn and grow, could participate in this single platform. .hack 2020 had its successful story at the Integrated Startup Complex Kochi on February 1st and 2nd, 2020, with more than 500 registrations and 332 submissions. 105 participants and 67 teams shared the venue. The hackathon gave an ambient atmosphere for the delegates to work together, to interact with each other, and to build their own ideas into reality. The event also had notable speakers as Mr. John Matthew, CEO of Reify, and Dr. Michael Senjo, head of program Brink.io, who shared their experiences on how to make one's ideas into a useful product or solution. The participants had a positive competition and also had the opportunity to get their work criticized and guided by an expert judging panel. To the volunteers of the program, the event was never for the 24 hours. Beginning from months of planning, making a budget, booking the venue, acquiring sponsors as Spin Micro, Devfolio, Gatsby, Matic, Wolfram, and joining hands with communities as Tenor Hut, Putty Coders, and lots more, and contacting speakers to judges, bringing in delegates, and managing the 2 event days with lots of fun and laughs, the whole event offered the joy of volunteering. And the work did pay off, as we have .hack 2020 awarded with the prestigious Daryl Chong Award in the bronze category a few weeks back. .hack 2020 was the success of each and every volunteer and the faculties that guided us and worked with their hearts together. With this spirit and experience, IEEE Mace SP is once again bringing in the feel of #HackForBetter with .hack 2021 all set to go in the coming year. This time, We are so happy and grateful to have IEEE Humanitarian Activities Committee and IEEE Computer Society to support us and to lend us a hand even during this pandemic. Giving an overview to this year's DOTAC 2021, the event aims to address the problems prevailing in the society and to find solutions to them through the bright minds of students out there. With 6 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals as the problem statements, we hope to have hack into our society and to make life more easier and better. Being an online event, this year we have the hack for 3 days with 48 hours of hackathon and the rest with live talks and sessions. The event is currently planned to take place January 29th, 30th, and 31st, 2021. The registrations will be open today. The problem statements will be released from December 20th, 2020, and the registrations will be closing on January 12, 2021. We will have a preliminary abstract submission on January 26, 2021, after which we will begin the hackathon officially on January 29th, 30th, and 31st, 2021. We will be having the official release of prizes in the month of January and various pre-events for you all. With months of work being behind building our website and having to do its launch today also gives us a sense of joy. And with eager participants waiting for this year's hack, we, the volunteers, will strive hard to bring out the best online event so far. With a positive note, may I conclude my part as today, as we are unveiling the curtains of DOTAC 2021, let's hope for the better and work for the best. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you for your exciting words. We will now have our inaugural address, and for that, I welcome Mr. Paul J. Kostick, Chair of Events Committee for IEEE Humanitarian Activities Committee. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening. I'm actually sharing my screen at this point to provide some information for you on what HAC does. I want to start off by congratulating the organizing committee for their great efforts of putting together this event this year. I know it's been very challenging. We've seen that with many events with COVID impacting scheduling and the ability to coordinate and lead activities. What I'm going to talk briefly about is the humanitarian activities of IEEE USA and how that relates to sustainable development activities. It's been mentioned I chair the events committee. My role and responsibility with the people I work with on the committee is to review and assess and invite people who are organizing events such as the hackathon to submit proposals to us so that we can provide both financial support, but also guidance and mentoring in putting activities together. The key element for HAC, as it's called within IEEE, is to raise awareness, provide training opportunities, support and evaluate projects, and really be part of a greater sustainable development community. The objective is to move beyond just being IEEE internally, but also working externally with other partners. One of the key elements of that, and some of you may be familiar with SITE, which is the Special Interest Group in Humanitarian Technologies. It's a network of volunteers around the world. We provide opportunities at the section level, student branches, and societies. And one of the key things, as you can see, is there are almost 11,000 members in 108 countries around the world. We have 172 groups in 54 different countries, and projects have been awarded all over the world in terms of financial opportunities. The reason we do and IEEE focuses on humanitarian activities and encourages our members to be involved is it provides continued education opportunities. It provides opportunities for students to expand their reach and using their skills. It provides opportunities for our young members and even our seasoned members to take their skills and use them in a different area. So it provides professional development opportunities. It helps people connect and network and also reach out and be involved in their communities and help people have a greater sense of understanding of how technology can improve lives. And at the same time also gives our members a chance to have a sense of purpose, that what they're doing has incredible value, not just in the products they work on, but also in how they're serving their communities. For IEEE, the important thing and why we do these things is we have a lot of people with incredible skills that they can share, not just in their day jobs, but also as volunteers, working with organizations, working with such groups as here, as the Hackathon. There's incredible opportunities for outreach. There's a global network of members and volunteers, and we try to find as much as possible ways to bring people together so that they can share their knowledge with students, with others who are trying to solve similar technical problems. It's all about, I mentioned the funding, but it's also about providing training thing. It's developing relationships. And it's aligning our mission of IEEE, which is, improving lives with technology, and figuring out how people can take that and expand their own personal reach. The Sustainable Development Goals were mentioned, that there'll be several of those. These are the goals that the United Nations that developed several years ago. And these are the ones that IEEE typically gauges when we look at projects and events, which of these goals are being met by the particular activity. So you can see they're pretty comprehensive, covering everything from poverty to food, clean water, climate action, partnerships to reach out to other organizations. So there's a wide range of areas covered that people can address with technology. And one of our top goals is really bringing together a chain of activity, a chain of value for people, so that the individual member has an opportunity to work with an organizational unit, whether it's their student branch, a society, their section. And then IEEE as a whole uses all of these opportunities to help people to improve lives around the world, respond to some of the challenges that are there in underserved communities in the world at large. From IEEE's perspective, the strategic goals of IEEE, just a quick overview here, is we as an organization, HAC, work not just with IEEE entities, we work externally to IEEE, trying to reach out to other NGOs, non-government organizations, government organizations, companies, to try to improve sustainable development, find new ways to innovate. At the same time, we're trying to increase people's understanding of what it all means when we talk about technology and how it can improve lives. And we also provide educational resources. If you haven't had a chance and you're an IEEE member, you should check out the IEEE Learning Network. We have a host of information on humanitarian activities there, and things you can learn. And again, much like this event, we're fostering hands-on activities. We want people to get career-related experience that they can use both to improve their skills, but also to expand the scope of understanding of how their skills can be applied. One of the big challenges this year, obviously, has been COVID. We have spent a considerable amount of time, energy, and money working on projects around the world, helping people to come up with projects that help with local situations. And these can range from everything from developing PPE to developing means to deliver hand sanitizer, to projects as simple as different methods to open doors so people don't have to touch door handles. There has been a lot of projects going on. Here's just a sample of the ones we funded. We had over 130, 140 submittals, 101 are being funded. We're now into the second round of these projects, and they provide an excellent opportunity for groups of all kinds, whether we have projects that are composed of students, professional members, academia, working together to come up with solutions to the problems of today's world. And just a sample here of where the projects are. You can see India leads the way with 26 projects underway. We're also using these projects to encourage people to share the knowledge that they're developing so that they have an opportunity not just to do a project, a one-off, but also possibly work with other sections, universities around the world that are facing similar problems. To support all of that, we've developed a communities of practice, we're calling them. And it's volunteers like myself who lead some of these groups. And we're available to work with student teams that are interested in pursuing particular projects, medical devices, infection control, power, water. So these are some excellent opportunities for projects that if you're interested in doing something after the hack is done, there are some other opportunities there to pursue. We have a list of funded projects that are out there on the HAC website, and you can also find out the list of experts in the community of practice. There's a list of projects. So I encourage you to take a look at those things if people are interested in doing projects beyond the scope of what's being done right now at the hackathon. I want to wrap up by congratulating the team again for all of their great work of putting together this hackathon. I know it's a challenge, especially this year. And I want to wish all of those who are going to be participants good luck. And again, thank you for the opportunity to be with you here today. And I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, sir, for providing us an insight of the programs and activities in the IEEE Humanitarian Activities Committee. Next, we have Mrs. Sharada Jayakrishnan, Chairperson of IEEE Kerala Section, to give us the keynote address. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Jamie. Was it Jamie? So, Deena, Abhishek, Paul from HAC, Akash, and then Ninu. It's a great pleasure to be part of this curtain raiser event today. Thanks to Ninu and Govindraman for following up with me to be part of this event. I was just thanks, Paul, for all the details on the work that is happening on HAC. And in fact, Kerala section has been very active in the humanitarian activities front. We have a long legacy with Mr. Amarnath Raja, the past chair, actually chairing the HAC committee in the earlier stages. And if I remember correctly, we have been honored to be one of the first side groups of Kerala section, which was also inaugurated by Mike Leitner long back in Trivandrum. He had come over. Actually, Paul, you could have come down to Kerala and see the God's own country. So I am very, very glad today to be part of this event, especially because this group, the MAC students, they've been very, very active. And as all of you are aware, congratulations for the Darrell Chung Award, the bronze category, which had come for the hackathon, which was conducted earlier on in this year. And also this community, the vibrancy has actually, included, being part of the section has been very inclusive. And the section has also won the 2020 Outstanding Large Section Award this year. So congratulations to all the volunteers out there. Hackathons actually bring people together. It's a great venue for creating and testing innovative ideas. And I think the best part is the feedback or the quick results that come out. Now, how many of them actually become, but at least, as was mentioned by Abhishek, it does help to bring out the out-of-the-box thinking of the students, of the participants in general, and also the most important point of networking and understanding what are the problems and what could be the solutions. With COVID coming up, I think the hackathons have turned a different flavor altogether. In April 2020, in fact, UNESCO had organized in partnership with IBM and SAP, Code the Curve. I'm sure many of you would have already heard about it, which was primarily looking at how do you ensure continued learning. What about data management and information? How does it help the progress of the humanity as such? And also the societal and the health issues, which is very, very prominent with the kind of isolation that's happening with the pandemic coming in. If you go through, there are many cities or corporations in the world, the communities like the Hague City Hackathon for Good. And in our Kerala, I don't know how many of you know that Reboot Kerala Hackathon started off in 2020. This was a great initiative by the Department of Higher Education, Government of Kerala, and the Additional Skill Acquisition Program, or the ASAP, as everyone knows, which was aiming to provide the students of higher education institutions, primarily many engineering students, a platform to solve some of the pressing problems which they themselves face in the society, in the Kerala society. And so thus inculcating a culture of product innovation, out of the box thinking, and also a mindset of problem solving. Now, as engineers, we are trained for logically thinking, for critical thinking, and for being problem solvers. So the Kerala initiative was a big hit. In fact, there were many segments like, healthcare, tourism, education. The different departments of the government had come together with multiple hackathons in different areas. And in fact, the grand finale is bound to happen in December 18, 19, 20. So it's indeed a kind of right time for our students to initiate or to start the .hack 2021 version. In December, starting now. So I'm very glad that IEEE Humanitarian Activities Committee is supporting this in addition to the IEEE Computer Society. Looking at the theme, which is again the UN Sustainable Development Goals, which, as Paul was mentioning, comes through a wide arena of spectrum of areas where you can work on. I'm sure that this is going to come out to identify a large pool of brilliant minds coming together to provide solutions. I many times keep wondering as to where does this pool of solutions get captured? Does all of this become really applications or products or solutions for problems? Where does the other lot? I'm sure everything doesn't, maybe a 20% really become solutions or products. What happens to the rest of the ideas that come out? So I keep thinking that it's also a request to Maze that you should make a pool of all these ideas, which could then be provided or published in a website. I don't know if you have already thought about it. Probably entrepreneurs can pick on those and then build and bring out products later on. I'm very glad that such an event is being brought out by the students of Kerala section. All the very best to you, my dear friends, and good luck for a fabulous event. I'm very glad that all of you are keeping safe and being very, very vibrant through this difficult times. Please stay safe, continue your volunteering in IEEE, and be very passionate professionals coming ahead. Thank you so much for the opportunity and all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of motivation. I now welcome Mr. Akash P. Nambyar, Vice Chair, IEEE Pi Kerala Section, for the felicitation address.
Yeah, hi. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. So first of all, Paul, Paul sir and Shada ma'am, very good evening to you all. I think it's morning over there. Hi, sir, Paul sir. Okay. To start with, this has been a great event. I've heard of Hackpea from some of the mates colleagues itself I've worked with. And to just give a quick introduction of me, my name is Akash P. Nambiar, and I work in a UST Global, an IT firm. And in IEEE, I'm actually the vice chair of IEEE PI Kerala section. And PI stands for Promotion of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So this is one entity of IEEE Kerala section that we have been really enthusiastic this year and have organized a couple of events like this. And maybe I would say this year has been a real eye opener because when we think more, we had a mindset in our head that events cannot be that interactive or efficient when it is organized online. But then this year has changed a lot of perspectives. Like we see that entire Kerala section as well as PI has organized various virtual events, which has marked actually a great success. And it has also made sure that we have the best speakers coming from all parts of the world. They don't have to travel; they can sit from their home and even take sessions and things like that. So it has been quite an eye opener of a year in case of IEEE events. And to say quick, I would say rather than saying you all know what is going to be happening in Hackpea, people may consider virtual events as something that is not really efficient. But then the fact is, it can be made efficient, and there are a lot of events that has proved right. For quoting an example, I would say recently we had collaborated with the Hackpea. That is a program that we collaborated with the state police government department, and we had organized a hackathon which had a huge crash prize. And they actually gave us a truly great feedback from the police department that they were able to get all the solutions that they were looking for and the problem statement, and it was coming from all parts of the world. Usually when they have a hackathon that is conducted in a particular college or say in a particular state, they find it difficult for getting participants from all over the nation. But then online hackathons has that like say, that boon of getting all the participants wherever they are. They if they are interested, they can pitch in, and as we all know, ideas come from everywhere, and that has been a great positive. So I am quite sure that Hackpea will have that great set of participants too, which will make the uh, competition more interesting and a bit more difficult for the judges to find the right winners. For all the volunteers, I would say take this as a great opportunity because yeah, we are all have been stuck in the time of the pandemic, and we can't really have. We all love organizing the offline events, getting together, gelling up, talking, interacting, and running over for events. But then this would be quite a different curve, and that would give you a lot of learnings. I would say some of the things that I personally have understood, like learned a lot from online events, is more of a kind of, I would say, having a following discipline in the sense keeping up the right time schedule, even if it is for a minute or thing, having the right kind of backup options available. These are some things that we can learn. So it is a great opportunity for all the volunteers of IEEE Maze SP. Do make sure that you use it. Do not consider it as a like, oh my god, we are not able to organize it this we are not able to organize this plane, but then take this as a privilege and make sure that you get the best of the participants all over the world. And I'm quite sure that it will be really interesting. So I would like to wish all the very best to all the volunteers and all the best to all the participants who are going to participate. And let's hope that this event is a great success. That's it from my side.
Thank you for your inspiring words.
Arinama, are you there?
Yes.
Sure.
Now, the moment we have been waiting for, the website launch of DotHack 2021. For that, I welcome again Mr. Akash P. Nambia to do the honor.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be here doing this officially. With the Shada ma'am's and Paul's permission, I would like to officially inaugurate the Hackpea launch website. I officially inaugurate it.
about to see something. You about to see something. It's coming, it's coming. We're unstoppable now. Ain't nothing gonna take us down. We're unstoppable now. Fade to black, think about it. We're unstoppable now.
Thank you, sir, for inaugurating our website. Last but not the least, I invite Ms. Ninu Chako, General Chair of .hack 2021, for the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, Ninu, you are audible.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and good morning, Paul. It's not only about the destination, but it's also about the journey. And sometimes the journey teaches us more than the destination. And so I believe that every milestone of a journey needs to be cherished. The journey of our .hack, it started an year ago, and our saga still continues. And being the general chair of this event, it is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this curtain raiser ceremony. On behalf of the entire .hack team and IEEE May student branch, first of all, let me thank Mr. Paul J. Kostek, the chair of Events Committee IEEE HAC, for making his time amidst a busy schedule to be with us and for delivering the inaugural address. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Mrs. Sharada Jaykrishnan, chairperson of IEEE Kerala section, for her presence and the keynote address. She has been a constant source of inspiration for all of us. And ma'am, thank you so much for your wonderful suggestions. We will definitely try to implement that after .hack. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Ninu.
I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Mr. Agash P. Nambia, Vice Chair of IEEE by Kerala section, for the felicitation address and for launching our website. He's one of the most vibrant and active volunteers of Kerala section. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, ma'am. It's been a pleasure.
I would also like to express my gratitude to Professor Dina George, our dear branch counselor. She's a strong pillar of our student branch, and she has always been with us to guide us. And when the pandemic situation had persisted for a long time, there had been instances where we were worried if we would be able to pull .hack off. But in all those times, she was there to keep us motivated and stay optimistic. Thank you, ma'am, for your support.
Thank you, Ninu.
I would also like to thank our student branch chapter advisors, Professor Needu Subhash and Dr. Siddharth Shelly, for supporting us in all our activities and for their esteemed presence. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir. Next, I thank Mr. Abhishek Mohan, General Chair of .hack, for presenting the overview of our event. And I would like to thank all my organizing members and volunteers. We are very fortunate to be supported by an active team of dedicated volunteers who has put in all their efforts to make this event a success here. Thank you, everyone, for your valuable contributions. And at last, but not the least, I would like to thank each and every one of you who has joined us today. Let's make more amazing memories throughout the journey of .hack. Thank you.
Thank you. Finally, on behalf of the .hack 2021 team, I would like to express my gratitude to all the invitees for taking time out of your busy duties to attend this ceremony. I would like to close my remarks and officially announce the end of the curtain raises and the commencement of our .hack 2021 activities. Thank you all and have a nice day.